YouTube's, what's going on with YouTube?
It's coming.
It's coming. Okay, awesome. Today is Chaf Sivan. It is also the 26th of June.
We're live on YouTube as well.
Live on YouTube. What's going on, people?
Yeah.
What up, Ravelli?
Good to be.
First of all,
with you.
before we start anything else, I just want to pay Ellie an unbelievable compliment. He put together this event on was it Monday night with such unbelievable people and Moshe Gerst and Nuriel band was phenomenal, and we had Shulam Lemmer. It was so out of control. It really, really was. So a big yeshikayach to you. Azak Baruch. It was really an unbelievably amazing event. And if you guys haven't seen it, it's all over, on Instagram.
Well, actually, funny enough, Shulam just mentioned because it wasn't the best recording, we might have to edit most of it off. So, if you really have to be there, I suppose, or see it while it's still there for the last few minutes till I get to editing it. So
okay, so get to seeing it
now.
Because it was really, really
we're only going to have clips.
So Labor Day. It was really just an amazing thing.
Truth is, I didn't even touch any of the footage I took with my actual camera of him, so I still have that all. Anyway, me personally, I can sit and watch it all day. So thank you, Hashem.
BH.
It was such a beautiful experience, and it was in the merit of Rav Shlomo Katz. We were in his base midrash, in his shul, in his kehila, Shirat David. Beautiful to be in a place where he usually gives the shir of Tikkun Medina, or in English called Rectifying the State of Israel.
We normally on Mondays and Wednesdays learn this sefer, but unfortunately...
So we'd be doing that right now, usually. So.
But unfortunately, Rav Shlomo's aunt... Two aunts got into a very serious car accident on Sunday. One of them was nifter. So today's podcast is Le'ilui Nishmat, his aunt, and then
Ilan Shimoni and Refuah Shlema Lahavdi ben Chan Chaim
to Leah
Fredo bat Chaya Rochel. Amen. And Rach Simchot and Nachamot to the Katz family and all those connected, and including our Kehila and all of Klal Yisrael. We have the merit also to dedicate our class to the soldiers. Baruch Yisrael ben Masha, he's Baruch Hashem back in Gaza. He has already, thank God, my wife went all the way down to his base of more than a 4-hour drive with a kind donation, able to give him a laser for his gun, for sight. And thank God, Yosef and other people gave cigarettes to help him through. Emotionally, it's very important for the soldiers in that situation. Anyone can understand in war how much cigarettes for people who smoke can be very helpful. And even though generally I'm personally against it, but in this situation, it's a whole different world. So we dedicate to him, all the soldiers. There's so many beautiful
and I just have
souls.
a quick story that actually happened yesterday. Yesterday, I had the schut of. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of people, a lot of units have been reaching out. As you guys know, I have this Meals for Heroes program that's through Just One Chesed, and yesterday, a bunch of different units reached out saying, "Hey, we need food for tonight." So I went and I was able to find a sponsor. Thank you to the OCL family. Shout out to them. Thank you to the Deutsch family who sponsored the two separate occasions. So in between, and they was both on the base here in Chatmar Etzion, in between I saw 4 soldiers walking. So I recognized them from Chatmar Etzion, and I looked, I'm like, hey, what's going on? We took a bus, we were by the Zayit, they were by the Te'ena. I'm like, you walk? Oh, we took a bus from there, and we're going to walk back to the Chatmar. I'm like, get in the car. And as we get in the car, because I was going there anyway with pizzas for the second shift, they were telling me how they were in Beitar earlier in the day.
Wow, Beitar.
And they weren't necessarily appreciated as much as I think they should be appreciated. And a lot of it had to do, I think, with the Supreme Court decision yesterday.
There's a lot of stress right now.
We're not going to get into politics, but I literally had to tell them, and it's crazy to me that they don't hear this often. I'm like, you don't understand what kind of tzaddikim and tzadkaniyot you guys are by doing what you're doing. You're mamash malachei hasharet, and the only reason that I'm running around like a meshugana to be able to do this is because I want this, selfishly, I want the schar of pampering and trying to lift up the spirits of the tzaddikim and tzadkaniyot.
MS.
And they don't see it that way. It's unbelievable. But let's get to the
Emet.
Emet.
We're going to do our song.
Emet. But our topic today is
the land is very, very good.
It's in this week's parasha, in Parshat Shlach, right?
In your schut, you put it on your status. I was like, that is what we need to discuss.
Tova haaretz me'od me'od.
Yeah, this week's parsha.
And honestly, it's something I have to give a credit where credit is due. Yonah Rossman, who also is in Miluim and he works for Just One Chesed. He always talks about it. Tova haaretz me'od me'od. So before we get into the discussion of what that significance is and why only 2 of them saw it, Kalev and Yoshua, and the other 10 didn't, there's a song that Rav Shlomo, and I think we've sung it before, but I think it's fitting. Rav Shlomo, when he was at the Shuva Junction, the song...
Shlomo Katz.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You might think of Shlomo Kalibach.
No, Shlomo Katz.
There's definitely a connection. Sholem actually made that connection. He said the Nitzah is,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it was downloaded when he was there, right? That's what he said.
Literally.
So this is that song. Shuva Hashem et Sheviteinu kafikim ba'negev. 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 Hazorim bedima barina yiksavu. Hazorim bedima barina yiksavu. Hazorim bedima barina yiksavu. Hazorim bedima barina yiksavu.
Wow, awesome. So there's just a few other shout outs. I want to just mention that we have changed location. This is a Shirat David, so shout out to Shirat David, and everyone here in the community is very supportive to Just One Chesed. It's one of the causes that we're very much pushing, and especially Yosef Aaron, who does Meals for Heroes, and keep growing that. And also my Unity Inspire projects, Baruch Hashem, I did lay out for the Sholem event, and I'm asking if anyone wants to help me just finish off, please reach out. There's a link below in the YouTube, and we'll put it on the other things. You can connect to me or DM, and just help me mashlim that. The chesed, the kindness is a very big part of our podcast. And it
is our part, spreading kindness.
Real kindness. That is really it. The truth is, and that it really brings out the good of Eretz Yisrael. And interestingly, I just wanted to also just bring from, since we're in Rav Shlomo's place and we're not in Zera Shimshon. Shout out to Zera Shimshon. It's still going live this week. Please God down the road. But we are here, so we'll learn a little bit in honor of Rav Shlomo, the gift of the land. I'll just read a short. We had this in the class when Rav Shlomo already gave that over, so you can check out the full class in Hebrew, translated into English. Practically speaking, love of the people and the land, and the marriage between them translating to settling the whole land with Jews, granting every Jew a share in the land of Israel.
Can you repeat that last part of that sentence again?
Practically speaking, love of the people and the land, and the marriage between them translating to settling the whole land with Jews, granting every...
The whole land with Jews.
We've mentioned before. Granting every Jew a share in the land of Israel, express the deepest love of the people. No gift of people is greater than giving the people its land, its place to prosper. It's like a marriage gift, that Hashem gave us as Eretz Yisrael. And then he goes on to say, this is how deep. This is what we didn't learn yet. We'll get to it. Please go with Rosh Shlomo. Just as a foundation connects a building with the ground it rests on, Yesod, the meter of Yesod, of Kedusha, of Bris, is the power to connect, unify male and female as a marital union. Here, as a sixth active stage of a rectification process, we'll get there hopefully, it implies the mating, as it were. The divine wisdom of the Torah symbolized in Kabbalah as the male waters, with the human secular wisdom of science symbolizes the lower female waters. Remember, these are loose translations. But the point is there's a unification, and that's a big part of everything we're trying to do with unity. We brought all these souls here this week, and the fact that Rav Shlomo's not here means there's a whole shir missing. So, Mina Shamayim, our podcast, we're not by Zera, we're here. Zera Shimshon will go on, but we're not here in their Beis Midrash. We're here in Shirat David, and it's just Hashgacha Pratis. So we're learning a little bit. So literally this morning, Chaim Shlomo gave me this book to read in English because I wanted to look at it in English, and we'd have just to connect the shir and have respect to the mokum that we're in. Okay, so I think we did that. Now, how do we bring that to the good of the land? How do we understand now how deep the unification is of being in Eretz Yisrael. It's fundamental to us.
It's a fundamental, and it's a marriage, and it's a union, and it's a combination of it's a combination of all three. And I think kind of like there's you have the three parts of Bria. You know, when you have Kadosh Baruch Hu, man and woman, you have Haaretz, you have the people, and you have the Torah. And without all three, you don't have anything. So right. It's so important for us to remember that we need all three. We absolutely must have all three, and that's what we're trying to rectify. Because when the state of Israel, which is the land of Israel, which was founded in 1948, which is amazing, Tova Haaretz Me'od Me'od, it really is. It's in this week's parasha, right? But it wasn't built on those three foundations, and we're seeing the repercussions of that more than ever. And I think in order for us to be able to get to the point where we want to be, and obviously at the end of the day, the most important thing, I believe, what we're all here for, at least the Shirat David community, and what we're trying to spread throughout, Beit HaMikdash. Mashiach.
That's what's changing. I mean, my son said so many times he saw in the houses of, and Rav Shlomo mentioned this about from other soldiers, that in Gaza they have Mokum HaMikdash, they have that picture, but with their religion, and because they know that is the foundation, that is the meeting point between heaven and earth, in their religion as well. So they understand that is the key of what this whole war is about. The Mechemes Mikdash. This is a war for the Mikdash. And really, that's the Kedusha, that's the foundation, that's the meeting point, and that's what we need to mechazek in. And also, the key to that is to be constantly focused on the good of the land, with the right mindset, the perceiving, because sometimes it gets very challenging here.
Absolutely.
Like, I was just talking about my Shalom Bayis shir. What was it about? Challenges. I've got building going on next to my house. I've got like stuff going. I'm trying to, to live in a frat. But itself is a challenge.
There are always challenges, and we know because it says Eretz Yisrael niknet al yidei yisurim.
Yeah.
Right.
Brachas, yeah.
It's ze lo davar chadash.
Yeah.
It's not a new thing for us that Eretz Yisrael is difficult.
Just like marriage.
But it doesn't change the fact that it's
challenging, but it's still
Tova
worth
me'od.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest problem, and the chet of the actual Meraglim, was the fact that, yes, they were told to go, and they went, and they did nothing wrong by that. But it's when they came back, and it was twofold. It was, they didn't go directly back to Moshe Rabbeinu to speak to him. They went and they announced it in front of everybody, and I think I think this is the key. It's the perception, right? I think the beginning of is like when they said they look at us like grasshoppers, right? When you start looking at yourself in the eyes of somebody else and what you think they see, that's where the problems begin, and it's a perception shift. We need to not worry what everybody else thinks. Yep. We need to be able to do what we need to do based on the Torah in order for us to be able to be mashlim la'aretz, and that's the most important thing.
The one clip that's definitely staying up is the clip from Sholem Lema. That was a shout out to Muna IP, just came in the room, the head there. Anyway, Baruch Hashem, Sholem Lema mentioned, and it's this clip staying, Baruch Hashem, is because it's such a viral moment when he said that we should not be silent. We can't be silent anymore. And then he sang the song, this is the sound of silence. But he sang it, obviously, with the opposite energy.
Right.
That we have to be strong in this reality. And this is coming from someone grew up in a Hasidic home in Brooklyn or in the US. Yeah, and he's bringing such a strong proudness.
He's so talented.
He's so talented, but also his soul is so pure.
That's part of his talent.
It comes together like someone said. I mean, I think I said it, Jewish Pavarotti, but it's not even right. He's such a pure form of that, and I'm right now with Unity Bookings. We're including him. We're going to try, push his message out even more because now I've met him and heard him in person. It really motivates me to want to get his message out alongside everybody else, including yourself and everyone else I work with. And Shlomo, we want to promote this light, the people of light, people of awe, and that is something that Eretz Yisrael is the key for us to be successful. It's not like we have to say that our success will come by just having talented individuals. It goes together with the Kedushas Haaretz. And that feeds our soul.
And this goes
like
directly...
Gedalia Fencer when he came here. He came alive when he came here. Anyone who comes here from outside.
You can't not come alive when you come to Eretz Yisrael because the Kedusha here is so much different. Again, I came back from the States right before Shavuot. I called it Shmutz La'aretz for a reason, but at the end of the day, the Kedusha,
we love you there, but
the Kedusha, we love you there, but you got to come home. Whatever.
Bring them home, literally. Everyone home. And you know what? With the Mashgiach, I don't know if you heard of him. Moshe Wolfson was just left Munisi Techa. So he used to come, and Munisi Techa is all about Zroim and Moed, bringing that Kedusha to Eretz Yisrael. He came 10 weeks every year from the Bracha from the Chabad Rebbe, and those 10 weeks changed my life. Because having a tzaddik like that, walking Eretz Yisrael, and bringing his community from America to here, and seeing the life, the energy, the Kedusha. We went to Kever Shimshon, the burial of Shimshon, a Gibor. They went everywhere, and all around Eretz Yisrael when they came, and they gave beautiful Shabbases, and you saw how it brought to life a whole community coming to Eretz Yisrael for the summer. And this is what Sholem said. He said that the Jews in America in the summer should not be going to summer camps and not going to the Catskills or whatever.
They should be coming here.
Their summer time should be a few months with a property in Eretz Yisrael if they're able to afford it, and to come and be part of communities here, not just the bubbles that they have, but the actual communities and experience. Right, I have one of my students, shout out to Alex, from Ner Jake days, that long ago. Ner Jake, he's been messaging me, he's in Eretz Yisrael farming the land. He's a big business guy in the farming industry, and he's using those skills and talents and equipment now in Eretz Yisrael. I mean, and he's so proud, that's what he's posting, and he's a young guy, like he's using this talent for Eretz Yisrael, and this is something everyone can invest and have a shaykhs to, and also joining with Just One Chesed and our projects that we're doing, and there's so much ability to Asher David.
And the beautiful and the craziest thing is that it comes to life. When you hear, it actually comes to life, and it's crazy that we have to learn this from Charlie Kirk. But but he himself, I've seen so many of his clips, and and people question him about the occupation, right? He's like, occupation? When you go to Israel, it comes to life, right? When JC, he was born in Bethlehem, as they say, Bethlehem, which is right here. It's next door to us. You see, everything comes to life, and we take that for granted. Sure. We have so many kivrei tzaddikim. Sure. We have so many places to go. Here in Efrat themselves, Avram Avinu, he walked through here. 100%. Right?
It's amazing.
Avinu, David HaMelech fought Goliath by Kfar Tzion.
You weren't there by Sholem when he spoke, were you?
I had, unfortunately.
So you should also watch it, because I'm telling you right now, but while it's still there, because it's going off in a minute, the idea that he literally said that one of the Shirat David guys, give a shout out to Josh Cantor, spoke to him about it, and it's the kind of conversation Shlomo would have had if he would have been here. But they both spoke to him about what Shirat David is built on, and what these land, the David HaMelech is walking these hills, composing Tehillim. This is Rachel Ameinu is buried down, and the fact that the people are the first people, this is what Sholem said, is so true, since those times, now living here, means we're like their next generation. We're the Hemshech. We're the continuation of them. Exactly.
Yeah, we have Ma'at Machpelah half an hour away. I mean, mamash, what you learn in the Tanakh comes to life here in Eretz Yisrael. And
can I just say one more thing? With Wilson, sorry, I'm just very inspired right now, because I just think seeing how everything's coming together, Hashgacha Pratis, divine providence. Together. That's the whole flow, unity flow. The idea that Eretz Yisrael is machmim, it makes you wise. Rav Dessa talks about he sped up his learning a week. What used to take him a week would do in an hour. And Rav Wilson said it's not just that, it's the simcha, it's the Torah, it's the panemius, it's the place of the marriage, the place of, as Rav Ginsburg saying, it's a place of connection, mamish. So then it's the real place of yichud, of unification, where you really experience the panemius of the Torah. So you can't really understand truly the full Torah, the shlemus of Torah, until you've come to Eretz Yisrael. So if you really love Torah, all these people, Baruch Hashem, making a siyum right now, we just had the Daf Yomi, Baba Metzir, and Merkaz Daf Yomi, and all these other amazing organizations, which I personally get a lot out of. But the key is that its basis is in Eretz Yisrael. And we're starting to see that more and more. A lot of the most influential people and organizations are all getting their chiyas to merit Kedusha Eretz Yisrael as well. Whether it's said explicitly, but that's the truth. And we got to fight through the obstacles. We're going to have to keep. It's going to.
And
be
there
challenging.
are obstacles.
Yeah, and that's this week's parsha as an example.
Yeah.
And who was left? Yeshua ben Nun, Caleb ben Yefuna.
That's it.
And through tefillah and through emunah and strength, Chazak v'yamatz, and was chachtem. They kept strong during these Tammuz days. Yeah, these are Tammuz Av days. It's coming up. It's difficult. It's a difficult time of year, difficult time. But on a munah level, it's all good because Hashem's going to give us the koach to get through these challenging times.
Amen. On that note, help this man out. Help him finish wrapping up what he needed to do in order to take care of taking care of Shulam for his coming and inspiring so many people.
And if you don't,
here.
I'll take care of it because I want the merit, honestly. So you better beat me to it. I'm giving a few more days. As Hashem, because it's a merit to have that. Like Yosef knows more than anyone. When you're sponsoring something and you get involved with something, it's such a schut.
Baruch Hashem.
You see that, and you see that with please God with the shirim here. The people should be pouring in sponsorships, donations to Shir David and to Zera Shimshon and to Just One Chesed, and should just be wanting to be
Unity Inspire Project.
To inspire Am Yisrael from the place where it's all gonna, that your future is going to be here. The children that are being brought up here are alive. They have chiyas, a different level chiyas, a different energy. They talk about Yishami kids. There's a wildness, but it's a pure holiness. No, it's intense.
No, it's true.
It's intense. The energy level. All my kids are Yishamis. They're different level.
No,
energy.
I spent one Shabbat in the old city. One Shabbat. It was after 6 months of making Aliyah, which is 2.5 years ago. Actually, July 1st, which is coming right around the corner, is our 3-year Aliyah anniversary.
Wow, Mazel
Baruch Hashem. It was the most intense Shabbat I think I've ever had in my entire life. Like literally, Motzei Shabbat, I'm sitting in the bedroom that we were staying at, and my wife came and she's like, "Are you mad at me?" I was like, "No, why?" She's like, "You." I'm like, I was so blown away by the energy of the whole Shabbat. I'm trying to wrap myself around it. I'm not
Tunnelize it, yeah.
And you can ask my wife. I'm not an energy guy. Like she talks to me about all these concepts. It's not me.
She's
That's
definitely
not my
understanding
thing.
of that
She
stuff,
is.
yeah.
I am meat and potatoes. But for me, it was like whoa. Just it was such a level of intensity. But B'ezrat Hashem, it should be a phenomenal rest of the week.
Yeah,
it should be a Fuash Le'ma for Leah Fredo Bat Chaya.
And there's a big nechama at the end of the parsha. What's it talk about? The mitzvahs challah, lechem, and the yain, the nesach yain.
Shabbat Mevarchim, right?
Yeah, Shabbat Mevarchim. Yeah, Shabbat
Is it?
Mevarchim Chodesh Tammuz. Yes, it is. And we should be blessed. This Shabbos, Chaf Gimel, Sivan as well, is also a day of Yehuda Ma'aseh V'Simcha. There's good days within these days. The Shabbos is Chaf Gimel, so it's Yehuda Ma'aseh V'Simcha. That's when the pasuk was said. Yehuda Ma'aseh V'Simcha Sos and V'Ikah. We should be a time of Simcha, and we should take the lechem, challah, and the yain, and the shulchan, whereby Shlach Lecha is the same
Shulchan.
the same gematria as shulchan. Because of the lacha is nun, so it turns into a nun.
Got it.
The Indian of shlichus, we're doing our shlichus of the shulchan of Rav Shlomo Katz here and Shir David. We have a shlichus, and it's with lechem and yain and simcha. There's a big nechama. The Eretz Yisrael is good, and it will be good, and we will all be blessed by being here and being involved and partnering. Thank you for the real kindness, Pornhouse. Keep being kind and caring about our people and the world. Only love. Thank you so much, my holy brother Yosef Aaron. And only good news. Amen. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for doing that. Let's undo the Facebook. So we're going to edit those videos. COVID Shalom Lema. Okay. Let's go. Brilliant. Just share it with a nicer cover picture.